everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at PEPE, seeing what's going on. We're going to double check some back-end data and quickly understand once more what's going on here. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I want to say thank you so much for the awesome feedback I've been receiving from my community. Deeply appreciate that. And of course, obviously my YouTube subscribers as well. You're all very awesome. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. And once more, just quick congrats to our committee here for some significant profit. Cardano 60%, Caspa 30. What is it? ICP 70%, BSV 40, 44 for AVAX. It's been a really solid last 24 to 48 hours for us. So once more, congrats on that. Let's quickly look at the backend data. So this is something that's interesting, folks. There's a lot of liquidation to the downside. I mean, we've kind of already known that. We talked about this yesterday. However, we are starting to see a lot of late longs here. And these longs here at about 1.1 to 1.2 have potential for concern. Now, again, a lot of that hinges on the fact that there's very little liquidation above the price action. And if we look at the larger timeframes too, we can recognize that there's very little above us. Okay, so nobody's really shorting this coin right now, which is good. It makes sense, but it just implies that a lot of these longs have potential, considerations for getting swept. Again, it's never a guarantee, but generally speaking, it's important to be mindful of that whenever you're trading to the upside. Because again, once we're getting close to our top, which it does feel like we're getting close there, then there's a solid chance we could see the price pull back. Again, this whole price discovery thing can kind of lead to some unique circumstances. So we'll go ahead and update our fibs here as well, kind of see where we're at. I'm going to put more fibs here from yesterday because today's candlestick hasn't officially closed yet. And we want to look at some moving averages here. We're above all moving averages, still very, very good shape. In fact, we see a 20-day SMA here running kind of concurrent. So we're going to go ahead and run this little trend line here up and just kind of pay close attention to that. So it certainly looks like it wants to continue to go further up, okay? So again, just a little bit of a consideration there. If we lose that trend line, different story altogether. We're a long ways away from that though. Anyways, that's more of a macro trend line. We'll discuss that later. It's running concurrent with the 20-day SMA. We can see stochastic swinging up here pretty strong. We talked about this yesterday. We can also see money flow index and RSI over 70, okay? Generally speaking, RSI over 70 lasts for 3 or 4, maybe 5 trading days on average. I would say a week is probably the max on average. So if we kind of consider that this coin's been overextended for some time, it is due for a correction. So having said that, the price action pulling back here would get that RSI to taper off. Even if the price goes sideways, the RSI would pull back and might be consideration for a sell signal, and just something to kind of be mindful of, right? Quickly to note here as well, we can kind of see the 4-hour time frame giving us really good confirming factors that we're on the right side of tracks. We got a lot of awesome stuff here. We can see stochastic RSI swinging down. RSI, traditional RSI, this is a kind of a bit of a shift in momentum here. This isn't bad things, by the way, and this doesn't mean you just need to close all your positions, but generally if you're in profit and you see the RSI coming closer to 70 from already being above that level for some time, which we can see we've been over RSI 70 for about 24 to a little over 24 hours now, but about 28 hours. There's a solid consideration to consider taking profits here soon. Now, again, the price could continue to leg up, don't get wrong, but if you're not securing profits, you're not trading. So I would recommend considering getting some money in the bank there or trimming a small part of your position to ensure that you get some profit before it pulls back. There's not a guarantee it's going to pull back, but if this is the top, which does seem practical, we're likely going to see an ABC pattern pull down to potentially see 2 more lower lows and a lower high. This is potential. It's not a guarantee by any stretch, but again, Bitcoin pulling back a little bit here. If it does pull back down to 67,000 or lower, we could very well see PEPE pull back as well. Granted, PEPE hasn't been one of those coins that's like super aligned with Bitcoin. It doesn't for the most part, it's doing its own thing. But inevitably, there's an inevitability of altcoins aligning themselves with Bitcoin. A lot of times they do to the downside. So we could very well see that. Just a strictly hypothetical situation here, but I would just be, again, protect your investment. If you are concerned about going in the red, you should probably close it in the green. There's no other way around it. Okay, anyways, hourly time frame, let's quickly note here, Ichimoku Cloud, letting us know we got maybe about 4 or 5 hours before the window of opportunity closes. In other words, unless the price shoots straight up from here, there's a solid consideration for the price action shifting momentum. We can see the conversion line and the baseline intersecting, but we're still over the cloud. So again, this is generally still a bullish sign. It's still a very positive sign, but it's letting us know that we're losing momentum. And of course, as a conservative trader, if you were to be one, you may want to consider securing profit. We're getting a lot of little signals letting us know that this continuation of the upside might be nearing its end. Okay, now again, we've got this, this type of pattern here as well forming. These are generally bullish signs too, so keep in mind we have a lot of reasons why the price action will probably continue further up. So by no means should you, get too scared here. I'm not trying to concern you at all. But generally speaking, there's I would just be careful. That's all there is to it. Low leverage, low position size. That's probably the best way to describe it. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at there. What I'll do is I'll post this playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar with that, it looks a little something like this here, where I post pretty much every potential playout possibility for the coins that I analyze. I also provide you with shorts. That's on Twitter, Telegram, obviously YouTube, and TikTok as well. So pick your poison, whatever one you want works best. Link down below. Do me a favor before you leave, like the video, and of course, if you want to join us over at BitUnix, phenomenal exchange, $5,500 in deposit rewards, benefit rewards effectively. You use my link to register. BitUnix, they're phenomenal. No KYC or VPN, folks. Check them out. Hope you have a good rest of your day either way. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you soon.